Yeah!
Yeah!
It's the news! Welcome to the CLB News Team. Community Living Burlington is excited to kick off a new campaign. It's called Community Living Burlington Celebrates with You. During the month of February, we will be celebrating Black History Month. Each week, we will share ways that we are celebrating and learning about the history and many achievements Black Canadians and Americans. Here's what's happening this week.
Hey, sports fans! This is your sports reporter, Brad Cook, from Burlington, Ontario, with the CLB News Team, and here's what's new in sports. Since this week is all about things we love, I would like to talk about my Italian greyhounds. They are my world. I feed them, clean up their area, and walk them. They're my lovelies who prance into my heart, and I wrote a song about them. And I want to share some pictures of them with you guys. Okay, let's talk sports now. The Australian Open is happening this Sunday, February 7th, and it will run until Sunday, February 21st. And Novak Djokovic will be the men's pick to win. Also, people wearing masks will be in attendance. The Toronto Maple Leafs battled the Edmonton Oilers in Rogers Place, and they won Thursday night 4-3. But they lost on Hockey Night in Canada on Saturday with the same score, 4-3. And they take on the Vancouver Canucks next. Last but certainly not least, it's the Chiefs versus the Buccaneers. Mahomes versus Brady for their Super Bowl. Who's gonna win it all? You can find out on TSN and CTV. Also, the Olympic Games are still happening in the summer in Tokyo, Japan. Despite all of the COVID, and they pushed back the start date from a year ago. This month is Black History Month, so today I'm going to be highlighting Michael Jordan. The former Chicago Bull created his own brand, and he has his own documentary called The Last Dance, where he talks about his career as a basketball player. Plus, he is now the owner of another team in the NBA called the Charlotte Hornets. Michael was also involved in many charities, including Boys and Girls Club, UNICEF College Funds, and supported the Special Olympics and many other organizations. This has been your sports/love/Black History Month update. I am Brad Cook from the CLB News Team signing off. Now, stay safe, stay at home, dress warmly, and wear a mask when you're going out.
Hello, everyone. My name is Laura Francis. I'm from the CLB News Team. Valentine's Day is coming up soon, so I want to talk about something I love. Of course, I love my boyfriend Michael, but I'm not going to talk about him today. Sorry, Michael. I want to talk about Special Olympics sports. I love playing basketball and bocce ball and softball. I love seeing all my friends making new friends and getting to know the coaches and volunteers. I met one of my best friends at softball practice, my fellow newscast buddy, Jeff Hawkins. I also get old friends when I play sports, like Nancy, who I used to live with. Sometimes my family would come by and watch me play, cheer me on. I also love horseback riding. I started going a couple of years ago with my housemate, Susan, and it was so much fun. I love seeing the horses and learning how to ride. I haven't been able to participate in sports or horseback riding for around a year now because of COVID. I really miss sports I used to play and seeing my friends and horses, but I know things will get better. This is Laura signing off.
Hi, this is Jeff from the CLB News Team, and today I'm going to be talking about my co-host newscaster, Laura Francis. Laura Francis and I have been good friends for a few years now. We live in the same house together and we have a lot in common. We have done a few different Special Olympic sports together. They were softball, bocce, and soccer. We have a really special friendship. I love her as my best friend and think of her as my older sister sometimes as well because we like hanging out together. Laura was born on February 15th, 1975 in Vietnam. She was then brought over to the USA to be adopted by Bill and Annelle Francis. Mrs. Francis went to the States to pick up Laura and bring her to Canada in April 1975 at 2 months old. Julie Francis, Laura's sister, told me that the family was happy to make Laura a part of their family. We have so much in common and like the same things. Our favorite reality show to watch together is Big Brother, the US version, not the Canadian version as much. We also like playing basketball in our driveway. We usually play the game 21. She gets to 21 before I do, usually, but that's okay with me. Laura and I get along well at Fisher House, and I like that. I hope that we stay good friends for a long time. She is very special to me in my life. COVID has been easier for me because not seeing my family has been hard, but I know that I can hang out with Laura at any time. For CLB News, I'm Jeff Hopkins.
Hey, CLB News Team. My name is Matt McCauley, and he's going to be this week. Olivia Ruby Dennis is my niece. She is also my goddaughter, and I love her so much because we are living in the same house right now. She is grade 2 and she goes to school online. In the summer, we go to our college in Prescott. Libby and her sister Haley and she rides our bikes together. We also like to swim in the St. Lawrence River in front of our college. Libby is becoming a good swimmer. We have a good swimming pad, and we missed the college very much right now and hope to go as soon as virus goes away. And it's Maggie giving you some.
My name is Danielle Mullen. I'm part of the CLB News Team, and I'm reporting on birthdays today for February. This week, CLB birthdays are Christine Mellid, February 6th, and Suzanne Weir, February 6th. Today's celebrity birthdays are Harry Styles and Rhonda Rousey and Lisa Marie Presley. Today is National Freedom Day in the United States, as well as National Football and Hangover Day. And something I love doing is making beaded necklaces and bracelets. Have a great day and go take on the weekend. Stay safe and wear a mask. Bye, everyone.
Hi, my name is Stephanie from the CLB News Team. I am talking about what I love and my favorite thing. What I love is I have a big sister and a slash friend that me and her used to go to high school together. We didn't really talk to each other at high school, but when me and her got together doing like talking on Facebook and stuff, we used to like talk on like Facebook and everything. I love her with all my heart and soul. She's always there for me. When this whole COVID-19 is done, I'm gonna go to Cairns Wonderland with her. We're gonna have a lot of fun. She's been there since day one, since this whole COVID-19 started. She's a very, very good friend to me. I love her. She loves me back. This is Stephanie signing off. Take on the day, you guys. Peace out.
Hey there, this is your weather with Dave, and this is what's happening this week. Tuesday, February 2nd, we're going to have sun and clouds, and it's going to be -2. During the night, it's going to be cloudy, and it's going to be -8 with some clouds. On Wednesday, February 3rd, it's going to be some sun and clouds, and it's going to be -0. And at night, it's going to be -8. And your Thursday, it's going to be sun with a little bit of clouds, and it's going to be -2. And during the night, it's going to be some snowing. So be careful. It'll be -2. Stay safe. And Friday, February 5th, we're going to have some clouds with some snow and some rain. So it's going to be some icy rain out there. So be careful on the road. During the night, we're going to have some clouds, and it's going to be -7. And your weekend, it's going to be some sun and clouds, and it's going to be -4. And during the night, it's going to be cloudy, and it's going to be -10. And on Sunday, we're going to have some snow, and it's going to be -5. And during the night, we're going to have snow. It's going to be -13. So remember, stay safe, social distance, wear your mask, and my cousin, COVID Elvis, is still performing. If you would like to have him perform for you, here's the website from Facebook that you can contact him. And if you're going to go on a walk, if you need to have a little extra stability when you're out there, use hiking poles to get around faster, or if you got snowshoes with like grips on them. This has been your Weather with Dave. Take on the day and have a good one.
I'm very happy to be back. I missed all of you. I do enjoy music, and I love going to church. Church is very important to me. I'm very spiritual. I've been going basically all my life. Another thing I really enjoy is going on hikes, and I enjoy exercising. And I've been very pleased to know exercise is a big part of my healing from my surgery. Everything's gone great. I like a lot of things. I just go with the flow, and whatever happens, happens. I just go day by day and just appreciate everyone. This is Chad, signing off, CLB. Hope everyone has a good day, and hope everyone stays safe. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Happy Valentine's Day to the CLB News Team. I'm Chris, and I like to say that my favorite thing that I love, I have 3 things that I love. 1 is I love my family. 2, I love my friends. And 3, I love building Legos, and I love collecting models. But specifically building Legos, I like collecting Star Wars Legos. And that's what I'm going to get to today. The Millennium Falcon from the Rise of Skywalker movie. Let's get to the minifigures first. So we got Lando Calrissian here. He is old. As you can expect, he's got a receding hairline. I thought this was pretty funny when I saw this. I like the gun. This was the bowcaster he used when he killed that First Order Stormtrooper. Chewbacca's got his bowcaster. Now, Finn has a bag. Unfortunately, this is just for show. It doesn't really do anything. Julio. Now, this doesn't make any sense. I saw that Julio was a special character in the Rise of Skywalker movie where he gives the information about the spy in the First Order, and you find out who the spy is, which is pretty cool. And unfortunately, he gets his head got up by Kylo Ren, so sorry, spoiler alert. C-3PO. Now, it would make more sense if C-3PO's eyes were red, because there was a minifigure of C-3PO where his eyes are red. R2-D2, I love this minifigure, so detailed. And Dio. Hello. I love this. He's so cute. Dio's so cute. I love how he talks and whatnot. This is what the ship looks like. Inside there is this is kind of the command post. Moving on to the back end, you have, this is what's called the galley. Moving on to this side, crew quarters. Okay, you got the crew quarters here. And then I got one more thing I want to spotlight. This can open up, and this comes out, and this is the gun turret where you can put Finn or whoever want to operate the gun. I highly recommend getting this bad boy, because this Millennium Falcon it's the best Millennium Falcon yet. This one right here, I gotta give a 9.5 out of 10, because this is the most accurate Millennium Falcon known to date right now. This is Chris Saver signing up. I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day, and be safe, and don't get sick, and yeah. Until next week. This is Chris Saver signing up, and happy Valentine's Day. Peace.
My name is Jill, as you know, and I am from CLB News Team. We will be talking about social capital. First question is, what are your jobs?
Yeah, so thank you. First off, thank you so much to you, Jill. I'm happy to see that I was a familiar face conducting this interview today. And I'm happy to be here with Catherine Thompson. So Catherine and I are both from the Halton Social Capital Committee. Myself, I serve as the current chair, and Catherine, she serves as our committee's secretary. So the Halton Social Capital Committee was organized by a few members of Community Living Burlington staff about a year and a half ago, Catherine? Yeah?
I think so.
Yeah, and basically it was under the guise that building social capital in the community was sort of the next big step towards inclusion. So we decided that we would build a committee and call it the Halton Social Capital Committee, so we could carry out some of the activities of building social capital.
What does the Halton Social Capital Committee accomplish?
Okay, so as I mentioned, it's been about a year and a half. So the real goal of social capital, now if I'll explain social capital really quickly. So basically, let's see. So many things in your life you acquire because of who you know and what you have access to. So I like to give the example of like the first girl I kissed. So the first girl I kissed, I only really, could not speak to female. I could not talk to girls. The only real way I was able to make it happen is I had buddies that were really good at talking to girls, and I would basically be around them. And by my contact and friendship with them, I got closer to meeting women. I got to go to more parties. I got to be more involved in more things. And that really enhanced my ability to kiss girls, insofar as that it actually worked. And that I was, able to gain access to a lovely young lady named Laura, who for whatever reason thought that would be a good idea. And because of those close friendships, I actually was able to build on some really excellent things. So what we do is we try to inject and create as much of that social interaction that will lead to capital, so benefit for folks with disabilities. So I'll give you an example of one of the activities we did recently. So I know it's not possible now, but so Sound of Music in Burlington is this huge event, right? So many people go to Sound of Music in Burlington.
Yeah.
And so we know that it's such an integral part of community in Burlington. So
Right.
understanding that is, we try to look at, well, how can we make sure that this event is really beneficial for people that have disabilities in Burlington? So we partnered with them and sort of decided, like, God, what can we do to make this a more inclusive event? So, we brought folks with disabilities in to come and volunteer there. We created designated areas of seating where people with physical disabilities could comfortably know that they could come to the Sound of Music Festival and actually have access to a chair. Because when it's very busy, you just don't know that. And you might not go because you don't know if you're even going to be able to sit down. Similarly, we built basically a sensory relief area in downtown Burlington at the art gallery. So if you have autism, man, Sound of Music Festival can be a really overwhelming place. But knowing that you could go downtown, walk across the street, and we have a room just designated so you could, regulate. You could, if you're overstimulated, you can actually find that calm.
Okay, my next question: how do you build inclusive communities?
How do we build inclusive communities?
Yes.
Like there's a lot of things that I think have to change, and Halton's a great place to do it because we are a relatively small community and tend to be one of affluence and access. So a few things have to change in terms for systemic change to happen. I like to think of them as systemic levers. So things have to happen on a systemic level and an individual level. But I mean, importantly, people have to feel, if you speak specifically about individuals, people have to feel empowered in order to advocate for themselves and advocate for another person, and then also believe that change can come from that.
Last question for you. How can people get involved?
Yeah, how can people get involved? So in terms of how can people get involved with increasing social capital, I mean, as much as I'd love to just plug Halton Social Capital and build our brand and all that, it really doesn't matter. The most important thing you can do for enhancing social capital is look at the things in your life that you have privilege and access to. You might not think it's a lot, but it really is. Like, depending on who you are, you have friends that are musicians, you have friends that are employed, you have friends that, like, literally, if your friend is a cashier at a grocery store, they can in their workplace, like, advocate for individuals with disabilities to be volunteers there, right? Like, every single person in the community has access and has power from their position. And it's sort of like looking at that role and looking at your power and deciding how it's being distributed, right? Or looking at who you are and determining whether or not you're actually allowing for there to be a positive impact in the footprint you make for other people.
Thank you very much, Daniel. And it was great to see you again.
Thank you, Jill.
So much from Community Living Burlington and the CLB News Team.
Thank you, CLB News Team.
Nice to see you.
Thanks for keeping up with the good news. It's nice to have some good news coming through our social media streams.
Mm-hmm. I love my family since day one. They've been here for me all the time when I'm down and when I'm up or when I'm like upset or something. And I love them very much. And I just thank them for being here for me when I need them. And also my cat. Thank you very much. Thanks for watching the CLB News Team. We'll see you next week.